All right, everybody. So you know I had to talk about it, and that is Twitch. So we got to talk about Twitch and what they've done over the last 2 days, which is unprecedented because they rolled out a change that allowed artistic nudity, and then about 24 hours later, we're like, oh shit, and they rolled it back. So let's get into this article that I found on Kotaku, which everybody knows Kotaku knows everything. Don't forget, guys, mash that like button, comment, subscribe. Let's get into this. Twitch allows artistic nudity, immediately regrets it. Why? Because we're a bunch of fucking trolls, guys. You can still twerk and paint your body nude. Next stream, maybe. Maybe, guys, next stream. But stop drawing naked anime girls, okay? You know, it kind of makes me think of Superbad, where they were sitting there and they were drawing the hard, veiny cocks on, like, different notebooks and stuff. Like, you're dealing with a bunch of people like that. Streaming platform Twitch recently announced a change to its sexual content policy that allowed for some forms of fictionalized nudity, such as digital characters, sculptures, and drawings, so long as it was properly labeled. But now, just a few days later, it wasn't even a few days later. It was like less than 24 hours later. They're like, hold up, wait a minute, let's roll that back. Earlier this month, a new Twitch trend kicked off a firestorm of discourse and angry men yelling about women. I'm not. You know why? I support them. Each and every single one of y'all. I feel if you are on there and you're creating content and you're happy, by all means, do it. I mean, as long as you're having fun, because that's the biggest thing, especially when it comes to my channel and what I do over here on YouTube. I'm doing this for fun. I'm not making a lot of money. I'm not making money at all on a lot of this stuff. I'm doing a lot of this shit for fun. And I feel everybody should be able to go express themselves and have fun. As long as Twitch keeps saying, you market properly and accordingly, right? So, this trend that they're talking about is how they set up a camera and it makes them appear topless. Now, don't get me wrong, some of these girls take it to a next level and they kind of oil themselves down. It's neither here nor there. Like I said, the topless meta. Now, I know one of the chicks that was like under a lot of fire for this. I can't remember her name because I only heard about her because of this. She was actually raising money for charity for Doctors Without Borders. And she was doing this. And she was actually wearing like a tube top. Like, she wasn't topless at all. It was just a low-cut tube top. And people were losing their fucking minds about it. And she was actually doing it for a good cause. Twitch stepped in on December 13th and updated its sexual content policy, hoping to streamline some confusion and keeping correct labels, adult content, off the homepage. But still, on the site, it all officially allows digital and fictionalized nudity. Oh my god. So, with that being said, we keep on scrolling down here. We're making some additional updates to our sexual content policy that we updated earlier. This is Twitch updating it because, like I said, I didn't hear about it until the 14th. And the 15th, they were like, hold up, wait a minute, we're drawing it back. Because, like I said, we're a bunch of trolls. We're going to take everything and we're going to push it to the absolute boundaries. Twitch CEO Dan Clancy admits that the new policy changes allowed for fictional nudity had led to a small uptick in people making content that broke the rules. So this is another problem I have with Twitch, and this is why I ended up moving to YouTube, and that is the rules. There is a lot, like, when it comes to the rules of Twitch, the rules of Kick, there is a lot to be left for interpretation. There's no clear cut, you can do this, you can do that, yes, no, so on and so forth. A lot of it is left to interpretation until you get hit with a ban hammer and you're like, what the hell did I do? I thought I was following the rules. And come find out there's some sub-paragraph of a sub-paragraph that you weren't following. And like I said, Twitch is notorious, and I mean notorious, for just throwing down a ban hammer when they just roll out a new, rule. So effective today, here we'll continue on. We are rolling back the artistic nudity changes, Clancy said. Moving forward, depictions of real or fictional nudity won't be allowed on Twitch regardless of the medium. This restriction does not apply to mature rated games. So your games, like The Witcher, you can still have nudity in them, which I'm completely cool with because a lot of the times, a lot of the games when it comes to nudity, to a certain extent, actually makes sense. Like The Witcher, stuff like that. Now, you have games like Cyberpunk where I can increase the size of my girth just for shits and giggles, or Conan where I can, walk around with the 2 liter as my dong. It is what it is. You can find emote specific standards for nudity and sexual content in the emote guidelines. Like I said, they're going to point you there, but there's always going to be like a catch all where they can end up banning it for whatever reason. Twitch suggests the company went too far when altering the nudity policy. It further explains that digital nudity presents a unique challenge due to AI generated images, which can look photorealistic. You don't say. But are still digital, fictionalized characters technically. I think this right here, because I was hearing that there was a lot of deep fake porn that was like getting pumped out there with this rollback, that they were like, hold up, wait a minute, is that real or is that art? And like I said, it's just one of those things that, especially moving forward and how AI is generating stuff, like I'm not gonna lie, I'm 33. I do a lot of stuff on the online, whether it's Reddit, Twitch, YouTube, Kick, Instagram. It doesn't matter. There's times where I'm looking at, I'm scrolling through it and I see AI images and I'm like, holy crap, that looks so real. And like it's getting to a point where games are looking more and more realistic on top of that. Where I remember back in 2003, I'm like, oh my God, this game looks so real. We're in 2023, 20 years later. And it's getting to the point where, we're having, like I spoke the other day, talking about GTA 6, AI driving a lot of the, the bots in the game, the NPCs. And it's getting to the point where, like, you're not going to be able to tell the difference. It's just insane. It's just insane. While Twitch is still rolling back the artistic nudity guidelines, the company did clarify that other changes involving exotic dancing, body paint, or contact focusing on certain clothed body parts were not being reverted. Okay, so basically, I can go bust out my stripper pole and dance, and I'll be okay with that on Twitch. But I the rollback of the artistic nudity. While I wish we would have predicted this outcome, part of our job is to make adjustments that serve the community, Clancy said. I apologize for the confusion that this update has caused. I feel like it was definitely a knee-jerk reaction, especially with a lot of the topless meta that's been going around. And I think that there is a place for individuals, not just guys, ladies as well, that can go and draw their hentai girls, or they can go and, do what they got to do. Now, like I said, I feel like it was definitely a knee-jerk reaction. They're going to have to go through, definitely going to have to go and review everything that they want to do and push it out there. And you know what, Twitch? Put a video out. Like, do something where you're like, okay, this is what's allowed, this is what's not allowed. Draw the fucking line in the sand instead of sitting there, being quiet, and just being like, well, I mean, I didn't see it coming this way. Bro, we're a bunch of fucking trolls. We're going to push the boundaries. We're going to do whatever it takes in order for you, Twitch that is, to hit the ban hammer on people and be like, okay, we're towing the line, so we got to back up like another, 6 inches and we'll be okay. Like I said, if there was an open line of communication with Twitch and be able to tell us what we can and can't do instead of, these pioneers, put it out there like that are being the trolls and pushing everything, you won't have stuff like this where you're having to draw everything back. Like I said, if it was anime, okay. Now, photorealistic, you could draw the line in the sand for that one. But anyways, you guys, let me know down in the comment section, what do you think about this? Because like I said, I just think it's freaking hilarious at how quickly they push this out and how quickly they're like, we messed up. We don't want to lose out on ad revenue. Anyways, you guys, y'all take it easy. Have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you later. Bye.